our target's a little more focused. When we say engage something, I want them killed. Their front line sucks compared to ours. Let's punish it. What's their win condition? The win condition is the longer we take and the more scattered and unsure we are, then they're going to try to farm ults and maybe get a nano blade. If they don't have a nano blade, they shouldn't win. Simple as that. Just punish their front line. Be aggressive. Blitz them. Whatever you need to do.
Yep. All right, are we all ready? So we have David in for Nate this game.
What did you like? Kick Nate off?
We put him in specs.
Oh, he's in
Oh, he's
spec.
not
It's
even-
just yeah. Scroll down.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
scroll.
okay. I was like, oh, Nate.
Just make
Yeah,
sure.
Nate can't watch. Fuck.
I'll see you guys
Fuck
later.
me.
Oh wait, I'll go to 3, win by 3. Okay.
Damn, you kicked me
Busan.
off for Busan? How dare you?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. No offense.
Sam. No, I'm
Just
just kidding.
love
Mecha base. Let's run goats here.
Oh,
Let's run Okay, we won't have. I guess we will have time to swap our comp, but let's run. They didn't run. Let's run Zen goats. Let's just run Zen goats.
The hell I go? Zen? Or wait?
So you would go. No, Tom. Let's go Lucio and Haley.
Does David
I'd
play
rather-
Lucio or
No.
Zen?
Okay, no, yeah, Haley. Okay, so Haley play
Ready for battle.
and Thomas plays Zen.
alright, boys, let's break it down.
Alright.
Awesome.
Oh, we're on this side. I'm like
NA, let's go.
blue side. Alright. If we see they're running a non-goats comp, I do think we should head for more goats.
Round 1. Capture objective.
Let's try to scout as fast as we can. Looks like oh, it's okay. Okay, ready? We're gonna drop in 3, 2, 1. I'm dropping on the Ryan now.
David.
David,
Friends Mark.
I'm in. That was actually not drop.
Friends dead.
Oh, we're running. DVD all in deep room.
David's still marked.
Sorry, is low to the right.
David's on.
He's already done. Sorry, Stab.
So is marked. So is one.
They split. Oh, we cannot. It's not safe.
Almost like you.
David's up
Set
here.
it to Diva.
She's marked.
I have rally.
I have grab, by the way.
Alright, what else do we... They might have Shatter.
I don't have trans.
Alright, I'm recharging shield right now.
I can grab when they push in. They probably want to.
They're
Alright,
going
let's
left side,
begin
I think.
I think they went under.
No, they're going under. They're going under.
Okay, look, let's go. Let's get ready for them. We
Stunning
can grab
Ryan.
them, we
Friends
can
mark.
grab
Friends mark.
Oh, we do have.
I can beat another.
them. There is one.
Don't beat. We're good.
Here for the Shatter and point. Ryan on point, nice.
Doesn't mark.
We're good, we're good. Let's take
Anna's marked up there. Anna's marked. Ah, she's
can't.
out. She's out.
Try to fire strike. Oh, she went right. No, we can push
If
her,
they-
push on her. Right. Push.
Up trans if they grab. Up trans if they grab.
Nice. Okay,
Sorry,
we're
marked.
That's all we needed. Yeah, the Zarya's grabbed. They have pretty much every ult because they haven't used any ults yet, right?
Yeah, I still have rally, so just let me know.
Alright, when they push in, we'll rally. When we go aggressive, we want to rally. That's it. Let's let him come in.
Friends marked. I'm gonna trans if they grab.
Look, mine's on. Nice. I'll shut it here.
The Lucio's one.
Shatter. Okay.
Man team.
They're down most and C probably can chase. Okay, nice.
Leave David.
Leave her.
Oh,
No, that was my
Kill
bad.
that.
I shifted before.
I watched.
We gotta watch for
They might go
shadows
under.
at
They
the
might go
point.
under. They might go
Yeah,
under.
yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, there. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
they're all the.
Friends mark, friends.
Огонь по готовности!
Right. Pin the.
Plan, plan.
Trying to get shattered.
وريهم قوتك!
Okay for the run.
Огонь по готовности!
Still mark.
Alright, that's lost. No, that's lost. Just stall. Or we don't need to stall. Just jump off.
99 to 0. How many ults did we use in that fight?
All of them.
That's the problem. We can let them use ults there, lose, and then we come back with ults and win. But we can't let them win that if we invest all the ults.
Alright. I also have shadow here. Careful. Did they use
They use grab.
They use.
Please grab
Okay,
Shatter and
okay,
Nana.
so that's good. We shouldn't push here. Let's see what they do instead of going under. But we can't telegraph it. We have to be.
Almost have trans. Again.
Let's push far left now. Push. We gotta go. We gotta go. Alright, we're going to the point. Lucy's low. They use other. I'm gonna try to shatter here.
Shouldn't have.
وريهم قوتك!
D.Va's low. D.Va's low.
Shattered.
I can trans.
I'm a zero now. Use. Nice. I'm on the. The rank's low. The rank's super low. Charging the rank. I'm on the rank right now. All the rank's one behind. The left. Behind you, Kaylee. Just mid rank. The rank's low. The rank's low. Take him out. Take him out. That run.
Well, maybe no.
We need to stop splitting up mid-fight, especially when we have advantages. You guys are all over the place.
Can
I'll
can
beat
you
next
get out? Okay. We'll have to go under.
Ew.
We go here. Okay, let's.
I also have
Let's
trans.
get.
You
Okay, now
guys
let's go.
go. You guys go.
Now we go. Now we go.
Огонь по
They're check.
готовности!
Oh, I'm on the right now. I'm still on the right. Hey, Shadow.
Friends mark.
You get charged to run. Okay.
I got
Run,
them.
run, run,
I'm
run.
dead.
Run up one place.
D.Va's low.
Stories mark.
Diva,
Stories mark
Diva
behind
coast,
us.
Diva coast.
Огонь по готовности!
Sorry, nice. Other than just. Nice.
I got trans.
Let's try.
Good job.
Better. Stay as a ball. Keep together. When you engage something, engage it as a group. The only one that shouldn't be with you is Zenyatta.
1 to 0.
Alright, let's see which one we're on. It's
Ready for
which
battle.
streets will go dive here.
Sense
Well, if we're
weakness in
expecting
your
the-
composition. Don't forget to go full balls out aggressive on.
What healer
If
is
they-
this one?
Runs
Oh, wait,
here.
hold
Do we keep? We'll dive. I still. I don't think. I think we should stick with the Zen goats. I think
Stick
we-
with
we should
Zen
still
goats?
stick- I think we
want
should stick
goats?
with it
Goats?
because I'm expecting them to run goats.
5,
They
Zen
might
goats,
run
Zen
that
goats. I think
Genji
we had
again.
the same thing we had before.
1. Round 2. Capture the
If they're running
objective.
dive, and we could
CJ?
swap to like. Oh no! Back! We're swapping. I hear.
Oh.
What are we
I
swapping
don't
to?
wanna
What are we
run
swapping?
Why don't you go Genji?
Just dive. Just dive.
Yeah, with Widow. Widow dive. Yeah, and then.
Yeah, they have Widow Pharah.
Friends
mean,
mark.
D.Va.
Dana.
Swap up, sorry, go D.Va.
Oh, I thought we were. Oh, yeah. My bad.
They have Widow roof.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a little slow. Okay. Alright, so let's wait for Zen. Try to DM. Possible. Okay, so we have to create openings for CJ to get in here. Alright, we're here? Okay, let's take some space. Scout out a bit. Okay, yeah, the Widow's on the far building. The Pharah's over main. We're gonna need to contest the Widow so that we can help CJ deal with the Pharah, because he can't do both at the same time.
Don't worry about Widow on the side. You have a right side.
Yeah, we should.
Nice,
Oh,
nice,
nice.
nice.
Let's go.
Let's come in.
Before they res, let's go. Oh, they're not resing.
Where's his mark?
Okay, I'm gonna dive that Zen on high ground. What are the DD?
low.
James takes the back right.
I'll be behind.
Team's one. Nice. D is down.
Widow's back.
Oh yeah, okay. She's okay, no, I think she goes. It's lost. It's full dealers. Alright. Ooh.
Oh, she's dead. They might res it.
We don't have killers yet. Yeah, push it.
I need healing.
Okay, they res. Okay, they don't have res this fight then. Alright, let's push
Hides on my
Widow's
sight.
left side at the mega.
I have
Okay,
mana.
let's push right. Let's push right then. Let's push right.
Should grapple?
Let me hurt sidelines.
He has
Then
walls
we can
too.
dive the Zen. We can dive the Zen's a target. Zen's a target here. Okay,
Yeah, I
Zen.
can nano you.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm on Zen.
I was gonna boost you. Where's his mark?
I got the Alright, I'm just gonna get the verse.
I'm not trans.
Alright. I'm on. There is two. I'm rusty with my dive. My dive callouts.
All right, so a couple things here. One, we were split on dives when we actually did engage. Two, it took 3 years to actually engage anything. 3, we would run away from whenever we lost anyone. I think we spent more time in regroup phase than we actually did anywhere near the point.
Mhm.
Line of sight, right side. If you need to go worry about the Widow, it's a free path on to there. But and also be a little bit quicker on the swaps. But that's just a map that or a point that we just wouldn't know have a plan on and execute it very quickly.
It's more goats here.
5, 4, 3.
Moira goats. Goats, yes. Okay. Good.
So,
Capture the objective.
Let's go right side. There's more cover right side for goats. In case they run them. Hanzo. Okay, this is the right choice then. Oh, there's already dropped.
Good on
Fine.
there.
Once I'm healed up, I'm going in. I'm going another round when I healed up. I'm running. I'm still. I'm fine here. That runs half. Careful with things, please. I'm not with you, I can't shuffle.
You should low.
Well, speed up. Speed up.
Hans is behind us.
Alright. Probably have Deadeye, Dragons, probably Shadow.
They might have high noon as well.
I think we should expect them to have close to all worlds next fight. So they'll probably initiate with
They have no nade.
Alright, ready? So we're gonna try to push that rank because we have better front line than them. We can kill the rank
Right,
fast.
right.
I'll
Okay,
pull
ready?
up into this
Let's
fight.
fight. Ready? No. Pushing on, push. Okay,
This
so
is half right there.
Hanzo's left.
Also B, I beat, I
still
beat.
half. I'm still on the Rhine. The Rhine's playing defense.
Boosting, boost on the right.
The Rhine's at one. Go run.
Yeah, bubble.
The Rhine. Alright. No.
I rally.
you need to stop being passive. You win in the close brawl, so make the brawls happen. Go aggressive.
Yep.
I feel like everyone just touched the run and then leaves. Just
Yes,
keep
every
touching
single
him.
time.
Yep. Okay, with me, we're going right side. Whoever, if there's a mirror.
Want me to rally in? Rally in.
Okay, we'll push this McCree. Push the McCree with me. Okay, rally. Oh, I can shut down here. Oh, Lucy. Nice, right now. Right.
Sorry as well.
I can be actually.
So,
Recruit dead.
okay, Ryan.
Hanzo.
Hanzo right.
There's an Ana here. On me. Right side.
Oh, it's up.
Not yet.
We're not.
Help him.
Shut up, come.
Do that on as
Did
well.
we get her? No, I'll stop. Okay. No.
I feel lucky.
Okay, what else do they have?
Nice.
So they probably have grab here and shatter. Let's say.
High noon probably.
They use nano. They use dragons, but they're probably close to dragons. Sorry.
I'm asleep.
Yeah. But I mean, that was the beginning of the fight. Okay, so let's play quarters. Let's not. We don't want them to get spammed. So we don't let them throw. We can smack them. So we still don't let them
I
spam.
grab.
They have to come to us eventually. Okay. Let's rotate the point.
Try to grab them like them.
Okay, I'm on this one. I charged him for shoot, moving it.
Recruit dead.
How's the point? Actually, no, it's use all if you need. Hanzo, where is he?
I saw
He's on the barrel. He's low. He's one.
Right. Where's the trace? Oh, there's Trace. Nice.
See what happens when you play Suppressed W. So this is what happens is, and this is a message to you, Sam, is you get slept, and then you get scared to play aggressive, and then if we kill someone, we don't have anything to press W anymore. Now, it's your call whether or not you feel safe that you're going to be alive to aggress or not, and I want you to be able to make that decision. But I need us to understand that whenever we get them weak, whenever that we have an advantage in the front line and we're close enough to engage, I want us to speed boost on top of them and go super aggressive and kill them one target at a time. I'm watching your perspective and you're calling out one target and then you lose track of them and now for some reason, and then you're attacking another target and then we get split DPS across the team. I need you to focus on a target, keep track of that target, engage hard on it, speed on top of him, swarm on him, kill him whenever you see an opportunity to do so. Okay?
Yep.
Especially when they have a composition that you can abuse like that.
Okay, understood. Yeah. I tried to do that, but I don't remember all the time.
Understand how does our composition match up against their composition? What's our win condition? What's their win condition? What are they strong at? What are they weak at? What are we strong at? What are we weak at? And then make sure we take their strength and shove it down their throat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're stronger on front line with more goats against their spam, so we play core. Then we smack their front line, take them out, go all in on the front line, and then they're just so basically don't let them get spam. And when we're ready in a position to engage on them, go hard on their front line because it's weak.
It's like the opposite of Eichenwald first.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see how everything shakes out when Blizzard kills.
That armor.
Oh God.
I don't know anything about this. I haven't kept up with anything.
Wait, what's happening to tanks?
They're
All I know
nerfing,
They're changing armor. They're nerfing it.
armor, which is gonna be a pretty big deal. They're buffing Reaper
Oh yeah,
Wait, didn't they
big
just buff
big old buff.
again.
Yeah,
The
30% lifesteal to 50% lifesteal.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's gonna be doing.
That's
doing that
basically
sweet
doubling
stuff.
your self healing.
Yeah. Oh. And wait. So what are they doing to armor?
They're changing its damage reduction from -5 to -3.
Oh.
That's a
Oh,
big
Which-
deal.
now.
Yeah.
And the Diva defense matrix.
Basically, the Korean didn't want to play tanks, so Blizzard said, "Okay, you don't have to play tanks for
Great.
contenders. You gotta do it for the last 6 months, but Al, you don't have to do it."
Just getting quad
Great.
DPS comps.
We'll see how it works. Like,
Quad
maybe it's
DPS.
an overreaction, but it's a straight nerf in an attempt to get goats out of the meta.
Already in its the testing they've done just with like today, it's kind of interesting. The heroes and effects, like Hammond will do 40% more damage to armor if he's doing a headshot. Tracer will do a lot more damage to a headshot, but like almost no change if it's just a body.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Well, it's a change,
That's not how-
but it's not
That's
nearly
not how
as
armor works at
weird.
all. She'll do more. She'll have more of a difference in body shots than it would be headshots for the armor.
Yeah, because she'd
That's
be
how armor
overall
works.
doing more
Fortnite.
damage.
Yeah, she'd be the less damage you do per instance of damage, which would be a non-headshot. Therefore, that'd be a bigger change for that.
I just saw the chart they made, and it put her headshot damage as a higher increase.
I mean, technically, you're doing more damage with a headshot, but either that was read incorrectly or the chart is wrong, because that's not how armor works.
Basically,
What happened to
I'm
their
sad. TC.
Oh, jeez. And yes,
Basically, I'm happy.
I don't even play tanks anymore, and I'm still
Oh
sad.
yeah. It's the DPS age. It's coming back.
I want the hit scan meta to be back.
I'm gonna bring my Hanzo back out. Let's do this.
Unless they calculate armor to where if you get a headshot, you do the damage reduction first before they double it.
Maybe?
I don't think that's how it works.
Anything that gets goats out of the meta is good with me.
I mean, Goat should be a
still
part of the
keeps its-
meta. It just
It
shouldn't
still
be the
keeps
main
its
thing in the meta.
maximum drop of 50% negation.
But that's the thing with Overwatch. There's never really been like two metas at the same time, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has.
Well, that depends on your definition of meta.
Yeah, true. I guess.
Like, there's been counters to it. Like, you watch contenders, you saw them swap comps all the fucking time.
That is true. So, do we know what map we're gonna run right now?
Fortnite.
They didn't say anything.
Let's
I'll just put on.
go Dorado.
Oh,
Woohoo, payload.
why? Why Shifty? Why?
Because Payload's a good game mode.
Payload
No,
is
I
best
hate
game
payload.
mode.
Payload's the only game mode that actually is good.
Hey, at least it's not Horizon, okay?
It's not a Payload.
I like Horizon.
What's wrong with you?
I like Horizon. I like for some reason I like a lot of maps that people hate. Like
What about Anubis?
Okay, all right. That's Anubis is about to become like a trigger word for me. That map is awful. I hate it. I would rather play any other map. Just-
I'm gonna put the on the chart. I'm putting it in.
What is this?
Bob.
So, assume we're defending first. I think.
Yeah, because we're blue now. Because
Yeah, exactly. All right. So what do we want to run?
Ursa, Hog, Junkrat, Widow, Anazen.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be on Ursa and
Nick, you want Ana or Zen?
Kieran.
I'll.
Hagen.
Let's see. What are we gonna be doing? Defending first?
Yeah, we're defending.
Who's our DPS? See, okay.
DPS is Tom and CJ. This one.
CJ, do you want Widow or Junk? Or no, Thomas, do you want Widow or Junk?
What is it, Dorado?
Yes.
Dorado defense.
Whew, defense.
Yeah.
Be careful because they've shown a propensity to run a lot of Genji, so you're gonna have to keep them under check. And,
I'll go either, honestly.
Okay. Also, whenever they run goats, they don't run like you guys call it Zen goats, but they don't run a Brig. They run Ana, Zen, and Lucio, not just normal Zen goats.
Is that like
So-
the new goats? Because Briggs and nerfed?
I guess so. Yeah.
it's weaker if you take the fight quicker. It's stronger if you play like a.
They play. At least for the supports have been staying back.
Theoretically, our
from what I
spam
saw
should be
in
enough.
Persona.
They run goats. Or not spam, but it's our range. Alright. Okay. You guys are.
Yes.
Yep.
Traveling to Dorado.
Careful. I just be looking for the
Match.
spots.
I'm gonna go Zen this time.
Alright.
Seems like some warming Zen or game.
I got a new graphics card and I have lower frame rate.
Ready for
Oh,
Just-
that feels
I
bad.
think my graphics card is capping it because in game it's not capped. I have it custom 300, but it's getting capped at 72.
attackers incoming.
When I was going up.
My frames are capping at 70 right now, but my latency has been staying at a solid 120 to 150 this whole time.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I get like random parts where like I can't control my character, like for a
Oh,
second.
sick.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Talking about in game.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
You don't wanna-
bad.
I mean, it's not like common. It's just like here and there.
Yeah.
let's not reveal ourselves.
Attackers
Oh,
incoming.
let me,
Revealing self right now.
Stop the
Okay,
payload.
thanks.
Okay.
Hey, oh, nice. Looks like. I'm gonna pull soon. I'm gonna pull.
I got Mark on right.
I'm gonna try to. I'm probably gonna do a 3.
No way. Even if Mark.
I 3 what I
Are you
can.
gonna contest this? I'm
Back up, back up, back up.
rotate.
Rotate.
Time. Back a bit. Shield going back, shield going back.
He's trapped. He's trapped.
Run.
Right still is Mark. Right still is 20.
Run.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, the Zen's behind. Zen market.
I was wondering how you missed him.
Shit.
Thanks.
He just trapped here.
You
Sam, what
lost
did you
your
press shield?
Ursa, which was massive here, trying to get that Zen.
What did you press shift?
I did, didn't I? Wasn't a cooldown?
My ultimate is almost out. No one can hide from the hunters.
No, I shifted.
Perfect.
Um,
I'm tired.
careful.
Okay, that was a bad one.
I'm gonna. Do you have
I'm not tired. I'm gonna.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pull behind the line.
Red's one.
Well, the red's one.
Diva's on right side of bound.
Someone's behind us. Give it a boosters. Nothing. Shield behind point. Diva's still barking. Okay, do you have hug?
Yes. No, sorry.
Okay.
I have it.
Alright,
Junk, we
pulling
can't.
the
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Diva's half. Just keep spamming here. New shield.
Ryan has mark again.
I'm gonna
Oh, he's
back. I'm gonna pull the.
Ryan has mark on us.
I'm over shield.
Story's behind us. Story's behind us. Things happen.
Timing your shield is gonna be important as well as the location. Good job playing towards your win condition. Last there, you just
dive.
didn't have a shield.
The payload
Dive.
has
Ah, I couldn't change.
Go up top.
You want me to swap?
Yeah. Are you back at old spot? Yeah,
Yeah,
swap.
new
Swap.
spot.
Swap.
Genji?
Good. All right, we'll whole hog dive. It's a new meta. we can kill. No.
I got mark on Diva, she lost
They
it though.
Okay, once we're all together, come over. Okay, come over. See angle here.
Hog him in.
We're gonna. Okay, ready? We're gonna drop soon. I'm gonna drop on that Zen. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm
I
dropping
got
the
mark
Zen.
on Ryan.
3, 2, 1.
I
Okay, I got the fuck.
Alright, I got
I'm on the
this
Zen.
mark on top.
Oh,
Die,
Either
die.
I goofed off or
If
lagged
you, get,
off.
if you get picked late here, it's your fault.
I'm on it.
All right, we can still contest. No, we can. Oh wait, we can contest. We can contest. Ready? I'm gonna contest in 3.
Who are we diving?
I'm just contesting. I'm going right now. Alright, focus. Who's that right?
Ryan.
Fine, no.
Got Ryan.
Diva.
Diva.
Diva's half. Down most of, we guys are down most of boards.
Diva's still up.
Diva.
I got blade.
Back, I'm trying to come back.
I'm on baby.
Boards, you guys are both boards.
I'm on Zen. Fire. Is Zen to play?
I can blade her.
I almost have ult.
You can nano blade for.
yeah.
Alright, once they push me. They're not. They're regrouping right now.
Sorry, no self.
Taking high. I can drop them.
Alright, we're nano blading.
Okay, let's do it. They're not too good.
They're coming to cart. They're coming to cart.
I'm contesting.
Alright, nano me.
Help.
They're purple.
Sorry, it's by Van.
No.
Sorry, it's alone by Van Beck.
Oh, yeah. Right, nice.
I got trained.
Oh, I'm down.
No, I shouldn't have rolled it. That was my bad.
the payload
That was.
the check.
No, my bad.
I have trains again.
I can do even better. I'm not warmed up and it shows.
Alright. Hey, if it doesn't go well, we should swap to,
I could go
Zengoats.
Hanzo? Or do you want to keep this?
I wanna try this again. I wanna say we can take high ground and drop on them.
Yeah.
Just lag, please. Alright. We're gonna have to drop quickly. Probably Ana, if she's close.
Yeah, she has no nade. She has no nade.
She's the nade? Okay, I'm diving the on the back.
Or we can't.
She's
I
gonna
can't
be
get
nice.
sides. I use that.
Okay, we're okay.
Ryan has
So
mark.
purple.
I'm out.
Ryan's one.
Zaryan card.
Careful.
I need heals.
Zaryan card alone.
Thank you.
This is
Sorry.
alright. Alright. Nice. That was good. So their healer's been playing super far back as of right now, so
Except
we can
for-
take
except for
advantage
the
of that.
Lucio, but-
Yeah, well, we can take advantage of that and just dive them when they, like we just did last fight.
Someone's right side alone.
They have both tank ults, I'm pretty sure. Last fight, so they probably have.
Come on,
They're just
come on.
rushing point. They're rushing point. Sorry, and random point.
Alright, I'm looking for who was in the back.
Zaryan low. Zaryan 1.
Nice, sorry, down there.
Diana, no nade, on no nade. She's in the mega, she's in the
Back
mega.
up, back up, and I can heal you.
Is this Ryan? Diva, stagger. Sleep. Yeah, she jumped off.
Oh.
I got blade again.
They
Get
didn't
nano blade and hopefully my dash resets.
I'm holding trans, but I know they're gonna probably try to grab, so I'll transfer
Yeah.
grab.
here. So you gotta be super careful.
Yeah,
But we'll nano blade this fight.
Definitely try and pop the train.
I don't have ult, so I can't push this in right now. They're going high ground. Let's rotate. Let's try to get him to drop. Okay, I'm too low. I'm to the left. Okay, I'm trying to push. This already happening now.
He was on.
Nanoing just to live, I'm sorry.
But they trans, I'm gonna nano after. I'm gonna nano. And I'm gonna blade.
They're right into the point. He's anti. He's one. Baby Diva point. Baby Diva.
Not bad. Don't get to reset the map. No need to pause for this. Basically, make sure to support the plays that you actually call. You did a Nano Blade Genji, and her tanks all stayed on cart. Explain to me why.
Traveling to Dorado.
Was that the
Initiating
Second point.
Match.
second point?
Nano Blade, and
Yeah.
he had 0 health. It was a 1 versus.
I should have gone in. We should have gone.
Alright, it would have helped if my dash reset too. Cause I killed Zen and I'm like, where's my dash?
Well, you know, it would help you with some dash resets. If, you had some people trying to get you some dash resets.
True. But I did get Zen. That was so weird though. I was like, where the hell's my
They retreated around a corner where we wouldn't have had healing. I
You
still
have a
could
Nano Blade going on. They're
Yeah,
not going to be
yeah.
attacking you mostly. Your 2 tanks. If they start focusing on our tanks, I'm okay with giving them up because the rest of them are going to.
What do you want to run?
Yeah, let's just run Ana. Or no, sorry, let's
Don't
run.
forget we're attack
Voodoo.
side, so we can swap if we don't like what we see. So I'm going to.
30 seconds.
Do we want run Pharah here? We can run Pharah here if you want.
Do you want to run farmers?
Yeah, pharmacy. Let's run a pharmacy.
I go far. Yeah.
Ana.
Ana?
Yeah. Do you wanna take Pharah, Thomas?
Yeah, I will. Sorry, I'm just.
5, 4,
I was trying to set up my email.
2,
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Thanks.
Not the time for that.
Payload on.
I got
Right.
ulted. It prompted me for my
There's
test.
like goats, so we can keep this. Just
I
spam them
tried
out.
knocking Ryan, I missed.
They have. It's just this.
None?
I can't see you.
They have no spam, so. Oh. Take one. Okay, we have. Apparently they do have spam because I'm taking on the game.
It's the Ana. They're Anas, man.
Alright, let's get ready. I'm gonna take high ground on the left so I can dodge them from there. Get ready, let's find a target.
Marked right
Let's
now.
try the
I'm
other
waiting
Zen.
for-
Oh, Lucio on the left. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
stab
both
Lucio.
support
3,
through.
1.
He's on the right now.
A poop as your dive.
Trying to get. Nice.
It's a
Ryan
hook.
is in a
Ryan.
card. I'm slow.
The Ryan's half. Ryan market. Ryan market. Ryan by time. Okay, no, he's it. Can't engage. The Diva boost. Diva no boosters. The back.
Coming. Hi, Valk.
This Ryan. Can we crew punch Ryan? He has no charge.
Or his mom.
3
Zen's
seconds.
one, Zen's
Well,
one.
the Ana and the Ryan are in the right.
No, Ryan's.
Going for it, I'm going for it.
Ryan's dead.
Dein Schutzengel ist
Ana's trying to rotate. She has no nade.
Ana's low over here.
Oh, I missed.
I hit her.
She's still alone. I think we can still get her.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
she's
jumped
going
off.
high gun. Oh. Tio here.
Oh,
Is he alone? No.
No, it's Diva there.
Payload on.
Okay, I'm taking high gun. Yeah, Nate, you're always on cart. Yeah. We gotta make sure you play within the sight line.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Actually, yeah, it's like impossible.
Oh, D.Va boosters. No. Lucio. I don't want to engage. They're not contesting us.
My ultimate is ready.
Hi, bro.
I lagged off the edge. Testing us so we can. Okay, they're I'm gonna try that Zen in the back. Back. Yes. Oh, run into.
Came Valkyrie.
Ryan gets to die.
Zen's dead. Alright, no, Ryan's sorry. Ryan's sorry. There, kill Zarya. I mean, kill Zen.
Zen in the
Bring it
audience
back.
together here.
Coming back.
He was low.
Sleep, I cannot.
Yeah, our Diva's low. Our Diva's
Even low, high ground.
Gotcha.
Point. No's pushing.
Yeah, I was good.
That was one.
Baby
Who's in
Diva
the
in
church
here.
by
Baby Diva inside the courthouse.
Get her, she's on her.
I have nano again.
Damage increase.
Okay, when they contest, I'm dropping them in.
Widow, can you peek?
Go on that.
I might grab.
Make it run.
Get some height.
What is Zarya right now?
This is dead.
My ultimate is charged.
Zarya doesn't have.
My ultimate is charged.
Ryan's
Oh, the run, purple.
He's in, I think.
low too. He's low.
He's dead.
Nice.
I'm reloading.
Zarya backline. Zarya,
Got you. Walk forward.
Zarya's.
Valkyrie.
That was dead. All of them dead. They have a widow now.
Bring you back.
Get this Zarya. With me.
Get this Ryan on me in the back.
Rains from above.
It's just run. Run with us now.
This is great. Is that dead?
Can you punch the Zarya?
It's just Zarya and D.Va.
With me.
And they still have a widow.
Shoot the Zarya. Thank you. No,
They've got a widow. Looking down. Yes.
Thank you. On a left.
He called it out 4 times.
Jeez.
Okay, stand
Dead,
by.
Halfway to next Valk.
Do you want me to get off far for widow? Cause
Yep.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's why I
Stand
was
Zarya has like.
when you want a monkey.
So. Yeah. I'll let you know where I'm going in. I'll want to use it. What defense lead.
I'm taking care of you.
We're not all together. Oh, this guy's pushing in. I'm gonna ult here. Oh, no, okay.
I'm inside.
Yeah, we're all.
Careful that Ryan. The D.Va's with boosters. No, it's lost.
I'm
Back
down.
out. Just leave.
I
Leave.
expected you to
Die, leave.
Nano all the time.
Do you want me to switch? I've almost got a Valk, but
Yeah, swap to,
Let Mercy heal me.
Oh,
you want Zen?
Well, I think she should do swap.
yeah, why don't you go Zen here? Let's go Zen here. I think.
Juicy old charge.
Alright. Let's go high ground. Let's go high ground. Because the tanks can't contest if we go high ground. And then we can choose who to die. We gotta be quick about it before they know what we're doing.
I'm ready to
What is
initiate
man?
They're still low ground.
And
We can take high ground for free. Who's close to Zarya? Okay, do you wanna drop us? Zarya no self. Dropping Zarya. I'm gonna ult if I need to.
Zarya's anti.
Back.
what is that? I'm dead.
Zarya.
What is up on top of us? Protect yourself.
What?
I can't. I don't know jump. Oh no. I'm on the widow right now. Okay.
You guys have no heals right now. Just get out or die.
Zarya kept getting away. We should swap to let's swap the goats here.
Correct. Should net last fight.
Yeah, let's swap the Zen goats here, I think. Well, they're running. No, let's run Moira goats because they're not running full goats.
Celery.
You can run Moira goats here.
What do you want me to? Where do you want me to go?
Go,
Stay Zen
then
or
go
change?
Moira.
Moira?
Go Moira.
You're Moira.
Abuse your superior front line here. Watch out for their ult.
Let's go high ground, then drop down on them. Remember to take that. Yeah, watch rolls. So we're gonna take that Ryan out.
Then we can
Unless
He's
it's
got a
not-
Genji.
So us, he knows.
Okay, they don't nade.
drop on the run.
This Genji gets. Did we get this Genji? Wait, oh, he gets dash. He still has dash. Look for dash. Alright, let's go to drop on the Ryan. Drop on the Ryan. 3, 2, 1, dropping. Alright, yeah, man.
Took way too long.
Kill me,
to make
kill
a
me,
movement.
kill me. There we go.
Alright, they probably grab. They're probably close to Blade here. Both
I've almost done a
swords.
coalescence.
Oh, watch for Hanzo.
We gotta look dash because we need to get to him up before he nanoblades. Unless he nanoblades at the beginning.
10 seconds.
Alright, let's
Yeah, we need to get on. We need to get
let's
on.
take the fight to point. We have to fight play.
Yeah.
Genji's close. He still has dash, but he's close. He's kind of.
He used
Well,
dash.
so-
Okay, he's dash. Still pushing the Ryan right now. Huh?
Coalescence is coming up.
Oh, I can't push.
He's gonna grab.
Yeah, be careful. My shield's low recharging.
He's the ground rotate.
The Ryan's half right now. I can't get to it though. I can't.
That's behind. That's behind.
The Ryan's half.
Огонь по готовности. Complete.
So it's really important to make a swap as early as possible. Trying to push into third point with Widow is bad. And if they have Widow or non-full goats, we can usually be aggressive there. But if they get their ultimates, then even if we have a superior front line, they can nano boost and slam, and then possibly turn it around. I said to watch out for their ultimates. I didn't tell you which ultimates they had, but you guys didn't communicate it yourselves either. I'm not going to be able to tell you what ultimates they're going to have every single fight. That's something you need to track and what you're going to do about it. But that's something that overall you didn't have a plan for, and they got a free kill for that. So beware of that. If we had gone to goats earlier, they don't have their ults to make that happen, and we could play a lot more aggressive on their front line. When I say that they have a weak front line, I mean I literally want you to speed into their Rhine and completely destroy him if he has any sort of vulnerability, okay? So wait for the Zarya bubble to go off, and then completely destroy him, sell out on him. At the same time, Diva, your job is make sure their Ana doesn't get value, okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I didn't assault yet, so let's go Volsky.
A classic.
Should we swap some people?
Switch David and Thomas.
Dave and Thomas? Okay.
Oh, wait, Thomas, when you play Pharah,
Huh?
please hit
Oh.
the things that Sam calls.
Yo, the boop. What? That first boop was
I'm not
really-
talking about.
I know,
the-
I know, I
you
know.
about the.
No, I know, but also
But
I have to,
you
I have to
never,
focus target.
ever
I never did that. I always
focus
went for other
targets.
I went for other targets.
You're literally a satellite beam in the sky. That's untouchable. You're in fucking space, and you're trying to hit like these little frogs as opposed to hitting the giant house that we're attacking. I don't understand it. Just load the house and worry about the frogs later.
I don't know, because when I like shoot at like Ana and Lucio, they look like they always look at me, and I'm like, okay, no heals for the run.
They're looking at you.
Perfect.
You don't like the way they look.
No, I mean if they look at me, then they don't heal run. Ana especially. I'm like
Lucio
perfect.
still
Well,
heals.
Lucio does.
Yeah, Lucio's some stuff, dude.
Let me tell you,
Whatever.
I'd rather your damage go on the Rhine than.
Yeah,
worrying
I'll
about-
just focus target
Yeah.
if I ever do that. But and also that boop, I was like, oh, we're gonna dive him left side. I'll
Let me
just push
boop him away as we dive him.
I'll just push him more right or like into the corner, and it's like that's not where I want him to go. So I just went through the next one.
Even
Through the
then,
next
like even if he does go more in a corner, like
one.
Sam would land away from him.
Please.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna go for a boop, go for the boop and let him know that he's gonna be on the sides.
Yeah.
He actually overcompensate for that.
But even then, it's not usually worthwhile unless you can do it to set up a dive previously. Make sense?
You can even try to boop the Ana like out of the line of sight,
yeah,
the
it
Rhine.
was just a messy tell you that.
Like you know how annoying it is when you got booped as Ana, and the Rhine is low while the team is engaging in the Rhine.
You're back real quick and we'll go back.
Alright, yeah. They're not ready anyway.
Are not. Alright, sick. Who should we swap out next game?
I just swapped in David for Tomas.
Yeah, no, I mean the one after this.
I don't know. Haley, have you discussed these swaps with Shifty earlier? Is that
She
way?
went to the bathroom. She just tried
don't
to.
know.
She wanted to try everyone, like every single combination, and I think this is every single combo.
I was gonna say, have Haley and Nick supported together? Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
No.
No. We'll do
I'll
that
try
one
that.
next.
She'll be back, so you can ask her.
And then let me play DPS. No,
Do it.
yeah, put Tom on the bench again. Let me play DPS. I got you. I'll own it as my boy Hanzo.
Yeah,
That's all I'll
the
play.
swap for Nick and Haley is next.
Yeah, I was gonna say have Nick and Haley support, and then
And after that, we can just do whatever we want, I guess.
I mean by that time we might be close to end. Probably have like one more game.
Oh.
after that.
Dude, my eyes are
Yeah,
so
sure.
strained right
Yeah.
now.
Looking at the
Get some
screen.
Glasses.
No, I have the glasses on. It says the monitor is like a
Gunners.
weird distance from me right now. It's like
Get
Yeah,
a
'cause you,
bigger
like-
monitor.
Do you have your keyboard on a lap board? Right now?
yeah. Yeah, my setup's still pretty. Yeah, it's temporary. I don't have a desk yet.
Oh. Oh wait, yeah. Oh my god, I was looking at the picture. That does not look comfortable at all. Wow.
It's something. I mean, it's okay.
Scoot a little closer.
I have a
That's
friend who
good.
plays Reinhardt, and he uses his keyboard as if it's a guitar, like it's over his shoulder. And he's a really good Reinhardt, and it freaks me out. He was like, "Hey, you wanna see something cool?" And he sent me a picture, and his keyboard is like on one shoulder, going across his chest, and he just like plays it as if it's a guitar.
I actually
don't
did that
understand.
once. I actually did that one. It's not that bad actually. It's not that bad, honestly. Like you just stay back on your chair, lean back, and just like.
Yeah, he was like,
Aim.
then I can lean back in my chair, and I'm like, how can you do anything?
Here comes
I
Nando
understand.
playing the keyboard guitar while he's Widow over here. It's like
Yo, Samuel did
How
it.
do you- I'm trying
What are you
to
talking about?
figure
Isn't
this
that how
out.
everybody plays?
yeah, dude. I do the when you hold it behind your back. Well, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm so good.
Can't even do it. I can't. Trying to.
Sam's
I keep
trying.
trying to play this. I want to be a good Reinhardt, so I gotta do the correct Reinhardt strat of playing a guitar.
Yes. Oh, they're
I
they're
wish I
making
still had
swaps
that
now.
picture.
Oh, sh-
What if I
Alright,
do?
Sam, swap them in.
I'm working on it.
Put in Quack. Oh no. Yo, for the last
Alright.
game, if we don't have any more people to sub in, you should sub Nando in.
No.
Can we?
Just throw him in there.
No, you guys should not get spoiled by me. No.
Nando can play the guitar, play Widow, be a good time.
I'm gonna swap the teams so we have our names.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I found the picture. Crazy person.
Are we all? Are we ready? Ready to go?
Let's do it.
Everyone back.
Let's do it.
Well, as everybody who's
Shifty and Haley are
Oh, I'm here.
you guys back.
I'm here.
All right,
Welcome.
we're good.
Are we good? Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're defending first.
Yeah. This guy
Got
at
it.
defense.
Right.
Traveling to
Defense.
Volskaya Industries.
No steak.
Initiating
Dude,
Oh.
you stick, huh?
No steak.
We gotta introduce
dive-
the like tryout people to stake.
A steak?
Yes.
It's a comp.
Widow.
It's a stupid comp. Don't worry about it.
Type it.
Yeah. It's a comp that'll never happen again.
All right,
You
just
want Amazon again?
We're
Yeah,
doing
Amazon.
it right now.
Nick, do you want to play Zen this time?
No.
I'll play Zen this time.
Okay. What was I?
All right. We gotta be ready
We had like a far or something.
for goats here, but I think we could. I think it's still because we can hold high ground, so I think we'd still be fine if they run goats.
Fully support Kieran's decision.
Is this okay?
attackers incoming.
Come on, Shifty. You know the comp.
I saw some steak, man. I was confused.
you gotta just throw a pinch of
We
steak
didn't order
in
any
every once
steak.
in a while.
You can scout Kieran, by the way.
Cause
Healy. Nick, go join Nate.
3.
Oh, go up, go Mega.
Yep.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Play together and then rotate if you need to.
on the left side.
Looks like goats, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, we're just try to use our range. Use our range as best. Okay, let's see if we can get the healers. Oh,
I can't see you guys.
I know, I just don't. I'm gonna do one.
D.Va on me. I'm jumping down. Help me out. D.Va's on me.
Nice, I'm point. Anna, you
Some
had
goats here.
Anna, you had a dozen opportunities for a fat heal grenade for.
Yeah. So it's fine.
Zen goats, Zen goats.
Objective lost. Defense point.
Alright. Right, they're already here. I don't. Careful, they probably have like tangles here. Pushing us around. Let's try to.
Ryan discorded.
Okay, I'm just.
Focus Ryan.
Ryan's one.
Careful. They have, careful of Shatter and Crab. I'm not there to shield him.
Ryan discorded again.
Zen's half. No shatter. He has no shatter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have time. We have time.
Just barely.
I'll go ball. Alright, now you gotta go. You gotta go now.
Yeah.
You gotta go now.
I'm coming back.
All those very cute buckets.
Took the pin. I took the pin.
Yeah, the Ryan separated.
Огонь по готовности.
Can we get the healers?
готовности.
Who's in the class? Who's got?
So you guys gotta run.
Mid-fight, while ultimates are going on, we need to communicate what we're going to do about him. I hear dead silence, wide eyes, staring at the shiny lights, wondering, am I going to survive this or not, as opposed to, what are we going to do to survive it, and then executing that. That makes sense?
Right.
First point, what is our win condition against them on goats? We're dive, they're goats. What's our win condition?
We use our range, and we choose to fight when we can, like, either pick off their healers or get them into a position where we don't.
Pause. So that is correct. Also, we need to make sure that we engage with an Anna grenade. That is literally one of the main win conditions we have, and that's the reason why we have an Anna. We go an Anna grenade. She's literally in the perfect spot for it. Like, it's hard to explain from third person perspective, but it's like literally you just toss it down there, 6-man grenade at her leisure. We go in there, we set it up, and we dive in. We get it done, we win, and we can repeat that over and over and over again until they get smart enough not to let that happen again and actually pressure Arana. But that is something that is one of the main ways we can win that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Also, understand that when we swap comps from one to the other, dive to goats, while it's not a bad idea, if we don't win any fights here and they don't use any ults to do so, they're going to be snowballing on second point. We need to make sure that we have some sort of stall to be able to survive that. We could have won that potentially, but we had a lot going against us because of how one-sided we lost on first point.
Yeah. I just didn't run one dive in that close quarters where there was no one would have been vulnerable because everyone else is all in the group.
Oh wait, yeah, are we running goats or Zen goats?
I think we should start with dive to scout. If we see they're running,
Ready for battle.
because I want to run dive if they're holding high ground because we can flush them off high ground.
Okay, so supports for that.
Well then, actually no, we could just run let's just run
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
let's run Zen goats. We'll well no, the plan is okay. So it's either we go up high ground to flush them out, but if they're holding high ground, then they won't be running full goats. So then we should be running more goats then. More goats.
They got a Lucio.
5,
And we'll swap if they.
Yep, I got it.
attackers incoming.
Okay, let's see what the pull. Zen. Okay, let's go. Swap Zen. No, don't engage. No. Okay, Zen goes. Speed more back. Taxi.
Okay, ready to go.
Alright. So yeah, we're gonna try to get that Discord onto Ryan, or whatever's closest.
Got it.
Split, bait out these bubbles. Don't hard engage. Can we?
Okay, it's on. Ryan's discorded.
No, he's not. No.
Oh, never mind. You're right. Sorry, misread my UI.
Let's get slow. I gotta.
Okay, got him.
Oh, the Zen, right. Look me with these speed on. Speed on Zen. Turn around. Go back. D.Va. Now Ryan.
Sorry, it's behind us.
Alright, get the Ryan.
Up. Okay, no.
Not bad.
Okay, no, sorry.
Be more
Sorry,
than-
it's half and discorded.
Speed. Wait, we can kill.
Good job, Firebird.
Go. Nice.
Hi, Bradley.
3 of us. More than one capping.
I kind of like it. The slow watch.
I should have wanted 3 people with me, not 4.
I'm behind.
Okay, where are you going? Straight through?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's push this D.Va so we can try to get draft out. I'm half a championship. Ryan, the run!
Sorry, man. I should have hit it quicker.
Alright, so they use Shatter, Nano, they still grab a bomb, beat,
They're gonna have trans. Yeah, we have every ult that they're gonna have.
We could still grab bomb.
Sorry, it's just sitting.
None of their ults grab bomb, except maybe Sound Barrier. But only if he's really good at timing it.
Yeah, not.
We all here? Alright, so we'll try to get a grab bomb in here.
You want me around?
They're gonna have trend so much.
Yeah,
They have
I've got charge.
didn't go off. Okay. Yeah. Said it went off, then it didn't.
Alright. We'll have to shatter bomb here.
to rally into the fight?
We're gonna initiate with rally. Aggro. They still have both support ults. They're probably close to shatter here, but they have no grav. I'm gonna try to get a shatter out and
Or dump the bubbles.
yeah.
Then bomb.
Wait for bubbles and then wait for bubbles. Then we'll try to get a stun shatter if we can.
Alright.
Okay, that's one. Okay, that's both bubbles. Alright, I'm trying to get a shot. On the right. Nice, nice. Ana's on high ground. Ana's on bridge. Run alone right side. Run alone right side. No, sorry. Sorry, gate. No, send. Wait, no, Ana.
Discord on Lucio.
Yeah.
Discord on Diva.
We're good.
Diva's very.
Diva. Oh, the Ryan's coming right side. Oh no, he's making.
Not bad. Now, if we didn't have ults there for our Diva, I would want Diva to swap the hell off Diva earlier and go on Pharah, okay?
Okay.
Got it.
Back to lobby.
Even May would have been fine there. But Diva is not necessary against a Goat's composition.
Okay.
Helps with the Ana, but that's about it. Also,
would
again,
argue-
when we do engage on that, I want to make sure that we lead off. When we get them in that corner, I want to lead off with the bomb because they have no Zarya bubble. The point of breaking out the Zarya bubbles is so that you can bomb them and they have to use their shield. Make sense?
Mhm.
And then once their bubbles are gone and you bomb them, the runner has a choice. Does he die or does he shield the bomb? And then our Reinhardt has to either pin him if he chooses to not look at the bomb or shatter after that pin if he does choose to do that situation. He doesn't have a lot of good options. So the Reinhardt has to make a choice. Is he going to pin this Reinhardt? Is he going to get away with it? Or is he going to get a free shatter? One of those two. And then the bomb goes off. The bomb is lit. You light the fuse before you actually engage with the shatter or the Reinhardt decision there. And also we need to make sure that we utilize those forced bubbles a lot more often. It's something that we're just not even talking about. And you saw how quickly they die when we actually forced their bubbles early.
Last. We could do.
Switch out me and
Say,
Nate.
switch me out.
Well, I was talking about Matt. Maybe Jabal.
Ooh, dive map. Let's go.
Ooh, fun.
I don't dive. I like Gibraltar. Different reason.
The
Alright.
sunset?
Yeah, dude. Have you
And
seen the
switch
view?
out CJ and Thomas.
I'm
What?
thinking what the reason you
Switch out CJ and Thomas.
CJ, you gotta go. Sorry.
Oh, bye, CJ.
You've been
Welcome
benched.
to the welcome to the box seats up here, CJ.
Roll in Discord for benched. Just for you.
Wow. Oh, you should just make another voice channel that just says box seats.
Fortnite
So people get to spectate.
Fortnite time. Alright.
Let's do it. Oh, what?
Okay. Let's gain this grain.
What?
Arriving at watch point
Let's get this
Gibraltar.
bread. But different.
Bread time.
Initiating
Bread time.
Bread time.
Alright. Dive.
Okay.
Widow Genji.
What supports?
Ana's in.
Genji
Hana's
what?
in.
Oh, right.
We could also run a Brig instead
Genji
of the
what?
Genji.
Genji what?
Widow.
Which would you rather?
I'll take Widow for now.
Running
Gregor.
dive Brig on defense Gibraltar, but I know it's done. We could try it. It basically means Widow, the Brig hangs out on blue
Ready
box
for battle.
and dives with the rest of the team. I think we
Same
should.
if the Starfires are off the team.
All right, I'm willing to take that sacrifice.
Attackers.
Alright, I get to play main tank. Nice, guys. Sam, do you want that?
Oh no.
Hey, what do you mean? Oh no.
You heard
You
me.
haven't even seen my main tank. You don't even know.
You'll have to talk at least like.
I could. Whatever. Like I could talk. Hey guys.
Wait, shield up.
What's up?
Brig wants. Brig, come up here. Come here. Brig. We want to shield bash anyone who comes here. Up here. We shield bash.
2, 1. Attackers.
Okay.
incoming.
All right.
Hide in the corner.
Stop the payload.
Shoot bash. Kill. Well,
We can't see you. Supports can't see you.
Oh no!
Where's the
Pass
Briggs?
it back. That was so close. All right, we could drop that Zen. Drop that Zen in 3, 2, 1. On point. Still in the Zen. I'm low. I'm out.
Diva's anti.
The D.Va boosted up. You're split.
Kenny's dead. I'm low.
I can't see you.
Regroup together.
Ooh.
I'm low.
They're pushing way forward. I'm down.
Yeah. Don't know. I'm on Lucia. Lucia's half. Lucia's 1 on point.
They're
Lucia's
anti
1.
on cart.
I'm on the D.Va. D.Va boosted up. She's
On
low.
Zen.
I'm low.
Where? Location.
Diva's behind on our brig. I mean Tracer.
We're split again, guys. Split
Kenny, no
again.
doubt.
Oh, Diva's full. Fuck.
Thomas, if you need to, you can go to Catwalk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there. I don't cook yet.
I have rally.
Once we win this, we farther. Okay,
On
yeah,
a map.
let's move up then. Let's move up.
Give me this one.
It's right here. This is dangerous though. Get ready to get out. Yeah.
Kenny's dead.
Diva's low.
What's up, walls? Sin's on cart.
Tracer's by forklift.
Diva can't see you.
I'm low.
Almost back.
Nice.
I have no.
Oh, nice.
Wait, it's winnable.
Lucio, we can't. Don't want to lose.
Monkey top.
D.Va's half. D.Va's in server room.
Lucio's top. Top left.
I don't know. Shots. Okay. So let's regroup.
Lucio's still top.
Where?
Diva's,
the Catwalk?
little Diva's in server room. She's.
Yeah, but where's the?
Sam, I can
Just
nano.
baby Diva on the cart. All right.
I'm gonna use walls soon. In like 5 seconds.
They're trying to take blue box from us.
I'm low. I need heals up here. Thank you. I need
No
heals.
one can hide from my
Zen's trying
sight.
to just.
Oh, rally.
All right, they're gonna wait this out. I think.
Genji's coming.
Kenny's one.
Oh, good.
Kenji won.
Got it.
Nice.
Good job.
I'm reloading. Alright, walls are down.
They're
Sorry,
close
yeah.
making stall. They're not engaging.
60 seconds remaining.
Rocky.
Ults, we'll talk about ults. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Tracer bomb.
They probably have.
Demon bomb.
Yeah.
Why I missed all of that.
Yeah, they're all
The
top.
lady-
They're
Most
serving,
dangerous
they're
thing,
serving. They're pushing me off high ground.
Okay.
I have my trains
Get
ready
ready.
for it.
Get ready. We can dive. Like.
Oh, Genji's on us!
Okay. Get. We can focus this.
I'm
Get
dead.
the dash. I'm still on the Genji. I'm going
Sam,
to
I'm gonna
Genji.
nano.
I have to pop.
Zenta.
The Genji.
I'm stuck.
On Zen.
This is on point. Okay, now Genji.
Use bomb.
Genji goes down. Where? Oh, awesome. Oh, he's on point. Listen. Genji's low. I'm on him. So Genji's half.
I'm done. Tracer's low.
I left the Genji. He's half. I mean,
Lucio down.
He's gonna blaze it.
Trace behind.
Ah,
I'm gonna Zen after trance. There's this one, there's this one. Nice. Oh, I can't get to... Let's swap off the Brig to Genji, and then... Are you getting dove too much as well?
Not really. I just, if my hook's down, they abuse it really. So I don't know if I should stay on it. I was doing okay. I think I'll go like Pharah?
We wanna take ship.
Pharah okay with everyone?
Yeah.
They're on ship.
I didn't
We're
switch to
close,
Mercy.
I don't know. Could go back to
I
Widow.
can switch to Mercy too. Either way.
Alright, are we all here? I'm gonna grab an orb quick, and then okay, let's
Genji's
drop
in ship.
Genji's inside the ship.
Okay, let's drop.
So
let's
it's
drop
Diva. Diva's jumping on me.
Granted,
I'm ready to.
I'm coming. I'm on the monkey.
Diva's one.
On point. Yeah, monkey's one on point.
Zen low.
Zen
Zen
one, Zen
low.
one. Genji.
Do we contest? No. Let's get out. The D.Va has used boosters. D.Va used boosters. Can we get her? No, it's too dangerous. We gotta regroup. We're not together. Alright. They probably have full spawn. They have their primal. They haven't really used any ults recently. They use Trent. Okay, so they probably have
Only on first point.
Okay.
Their Diva's top right.
Engage you. It's fine, target.
Tracer left side.
I got barrage.
Left side, where?
Back left. I don't know.
Okay, let's Genji here.
Yeah, here. She's in back left on me.
On Zen.
Oh, you guys, they're in the back. I'm gonna D.Va in the back. Diva's half.
Resonant.
Oh, thank you.
Go Winston, the jump on pull it. This is low.
Can't see Winston. Got
Still on
you.
the monkey.
I'm ready to trans.
Monkey's still low.
Gotta hold it for Dragon Blade.
Oh, no. I'm on the side. I'm pointing.
Oh, Valkyrie's right.
Team kill.
I can come back his ball.
I can barrage. I'm going low.
Oh my god.
None of Val.
I'm on the Lucio right now.
Monkey's dead.
I was too
Wait,
slow.
never mind. Monkey's alive. Diva's dead.
Alright, after this, I'm using the Zen.
Oh,
No.
I can't get to Kurt.
Alright, so good job on first point for the most part. However, I'll tell you one thing right now, our Winston and our D.Va don't know each other at all. You're not communicating to each other, you're not doing the same things. Go ahead and meet each other and understand that you need to be on the same page almost the entire time. I see one going one way, the other one going the other way, every single time. Never the two shall meet. And that's a problem. Okay?
Okay.
So if Winston calls something, D.Va goes on with him. If D.Va's pushing something, she communicates it and expects some backup, or doesn't expect backup because her teammates said that they can't push with them, therefore she doesn't lose her mech by overextending. Make sense? But we're trying to do way too much on our own on our tank line, as opposed to together. We're running dive, we're not running solo queue plat games, okay?
Yes.
Right.
We got some value on Widowmaker on first point. That's good. Second point, Pharaoh is a little bit awkward. You want something that can get some value getting in.
Yeah,
You don't have
well,
a
then.
Brig
That's-
anymore, so that means Zenyatta. Good luck getting value, right? So if you
I
don't
know
feel
Pharah was a
comfortable with
really
Zenyatta,
questionable
Feel free to
pick.
go Brig Anna instead of Zenyatta Anna. Okay.
What do we want here?
Widow
It's
Genji.
Genji Widow. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like I wasn't gonna be able to get back as Widow, but
That's
like
fine.
Pharah was kind of awkward too.
Both were bad.
Yeah. So what do you think I should have gotten? Doomfist?
Doom was fine
Okay.
if you're good at him. I'm first
Okay.
point. Well, I was watching you. Let's not talk about it. I mean, focus on.
I'm going out this way now.
Alright, be careful if they try to shield bash like we did, which we almost capitalized on. They just have Tracer up here right now. Careful the corners.
Can you know deflect?
Okay, this Zen. I don't want to push that.
Can't see it either.
I'm gonna get shredded if I push that.
Tracer's dead.
Zen. Nice.
Nice shot.
Diva's half.
I'm gonna.
They res.
Oh, they missed it. Okay.
They have a
Okay,
mercy.
we're getting free
Play
payload.
according.
Well, they're still up there. They're still up there. I'm marked right now.
They're
They have
staying?
vision. I'm half. Can you mark me back here?
They drop.
I'm
Oh, shit.
watching. See if they dive you. You mentioned before because we can't peel for you back there.
Genji, no
Tracer's on-
deflect.
Again. Genji. Just.
Where's his half?
Tracer's on me in the back.
Yes.
Monkey's on me.
I should have pushed up.
We have Widow, they don't. They gave us high ground for free. Let's just take the space, take the high ground, let Widow win the game for us.
I'll get back in a sec.
Do you want to jump off? Or...
Nope, I get 98 now.
Oh, they're still on.
Well, I get no jump up there. Up there. Up on blue buff.
I don't know if we have the damage to do anything. They have too much defense here. We don't have healers up here.
My ultimate
Can you
is
heals get a
almost
high ground? Take the
Yep,
stairs
I'm
with
up.
high ground. Okay. Okay, let's try position with them. View of the healers.
my ultimate is
I have to go down.
Our balls here.
If they're all up there, you can send one diva on the bottom to pressure the point.
And he's
if
one.
they overcommit, then we can recontest in high.
Okay. Okay.
If they don't, then
Kieran.
try to prove they're weak.
my
Okay, Kieran, go push cart.
Get into position.
Check your positioning.
No one can hide from my sight.
I'm pushing it.
Damn.
Alright, now let's push with
I
Kieran.
have nano for you, Sam.
Oh, Demon boosters, Demon boosters.
DV discarded.
Hello. I'm at I volt here, so I'm gonna push with volt.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
Genji's gonna be having a blade.
I have to ult.
Zen dead.
Still on the monkey. Me, in the back.
Genji's on me.
He was low.
Diva. Can't.
Oh.
Oh, Genji's on. Alright, Alright, we have, we have Blade here.
Blade.
They still have trance us. We have to force that trance.
They're still up top right on blue block.
Okay, let's poke blue box in. Or let's try to take blue box from them. On him! Blue box, no.
Genji's gonna try to
Take
kill
blue
me so he can pop Dragon Blade.
Alright,
Where's
let's try to
his
get
half?
him to commit.
Where's his half?
Where?
She fell on the cart.
On the cart? Oh, they're gonna split right now. We could. Oh no, they regrouped. Okay,
30 seconds remaining.
we gotta commit. Okay, I'm gonna drop on the monkey down. Monkey, no jump. Drop on monkey. He has no jump.
We can't see you. You're moving too far forward.
Tracer's still up top. She's bomb.
I'm gonna.
He was low.
Monkey's on me also. And he's also. I'm dead.
Gotta focus Genji. Got him. But I'm down.
No.
I was right there. So
Alright.
close.
So a big thing here is that I need you, Sam, in particular. So if you make sure that you call out what you're going to do
Play of the game.
the moment you see an opportunity happening, and your team tells you when they're ready to go on your call. Okay? Other people can maybe communicate things that are out of position, but I need a call made and a commitment to that call, whether we're running dive or we're running tanks. Okay? If you see an opportunity where their back line is separated from the front line, that opportunity, that window is going to last 2 seconds. It's going to take you a second and a half to communicate, or longer, to communicate, oh, they're kind of separated. Maybe I shouldn't engage this. All right, let's do this. Oh, wait, now they closed. No. I want you to hear, Zenyatta, server room, get on him now. Okay? After your team has told you that you're able to engage. I want Genji to be ready to set up in there and then get that done. Then I want you to make sure you take the fight in the open. And I want you to take the fight in the open because we have a Widowmaker. So the Widowmaker can now hit for free. If the tanks start aggressing on the Widowmaker, the Widowmaker hooks away, and now their tanks have no jump. They're out of the fight for a pretty long time. Our Widowmaker's out of the fight. That's okay. Both are out of the fight. We kill the Zen. We now have a 5-on-3 on the cart. That's in our advantage. That makes sense?
Yes.
We scout out their positioning. Find out what can you take advantage of. They're running a Zenyatta. We think we dove him once all game. We have high ground for free. We didn't really utilize it at all. Make sure we commit fully. When I said D.Va to go underneath and push the payload, that's because the first time they had all 6 people up top, so you can push the payload for free. Once you saw Zenyatta and both supports on the low ground, what that means is you can now pressure the high ground, and they're not going to be in line of sight of heals all that well, or you can pressure the back line and dive them because it's completely free, and they're going to have to try to counter dive in that situation. That makes sense?
Yes.
The options are yours, but you're going to have to recognize that and understand what you're going to do about that. The biggest problem with that entire attack was we didn't see what they are weak at and exploit what they're weak at quick enough and efficiently enough and play toward our win condition. What's our win condition? Either own high ground and Widowmaker pew pew and Thomas puts on his carry pants, or we dive on their backline when they're vulnerable. Those are our win conditions. Those 2 things.
Yeah.
Any questions?
So when I call a dive, they like Zen server, I just like say now, and then people will tell me yes or no.
What you're gonna do is set up a dive. Okay, get ready. I'm looking for someone backline where they are. Okay, name, location, and then once they're ready, Genji gets in dash range. Widowmaker might have a shot or whatever. D.Va has her fly up. If Genji doesn't have her dash up or D.Va doesn't have her fly up, she says, "Hey, I'm not ready. I don't have my cooldown." And then you make the call whether you do it anyway or not, which probably isn't the case. But both of them make sure that their cooldowns are ready for that engagement. And then when it does happen, they engage. At the same time, we make sure our supports have line of sight to facilitate that. Just because they're not part of the dive doesn't mean that they need to reposition themselves and make sure they're going to be in line of sight for where the fight's going to take place. Does that make sense?
Okay. So
Just like on the first point defense, where we're holding up to engage to try to deal with if anyone gets stuck there, while our supports were completely out of line of sight to do Jack Diddley. That's a problem. What are you going to do down there? You have line of sight anything, so you make sure that you are in the high ground, maybe near blue box, maybe with the rest of the team, so that you can actually help them when they get their butts kind of backing off if they have too much to handle. Make sense?
Yeah. So, like you were saying, like if there's an opportunity that's like only for like 2 seconds, I make sure I call out that the dive's coming and I like the location, the general location, so that everyone has their cooldowns, so that if there's a opportunity that has to happen quickly, yes, I can be confident saying dive now because I don't want to hear as much as, okay, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? I don't want to hear, can we do this? Because what we do is we have this little check down method that says, hey, can we do this? And then no one usually responds to you. And then you have to make a decision yourself. But even if they did respond to you, it's like, yeah, okay, I can do this. And they're like, oh, yeah, I can do this. All right, we're doing it. 3, 2, 1, jump. 10 seconds later, we jump. You think that opportunity is anywhere near the same? Okay, yeah. So team into position and making sure so they know and getting them to know the general like area of where I want to dive. And then once I see the opportunity, then I call it.
Exactly. It's on them to make sure that they get in position. First, you clear space to get into position to dive there. You can't dive across the map. So first, you need to clear space to do that. In this case, it's owning the high ground. If we own the high ground, we can now use that as a platform to go on any other portion of first point, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't own high ground, how are we going to jump that far if we're underneath on the payload? You can't. So that's why it's first you need to create the space, own that space. And then once you have that, then you set it. That's called setting up a dive. Everyone lets them know when they are ready to engage wherever you need them to. You tell them a general idea of where they want to position themselves to engage from, and then they tell you if they are not ready. You assume they are ready if they don't tell you. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
And then you confidently call out the dive.
If anyone is lagging, that's on them, not on you, because they either didn't communicate it or they screwed up with the cooldown somewhere. Make sense?
Yeah, that's a lot better than what I was doing before. That's a better strategy.
All right. Any questions?
I have a question.
Sure.
There was, on this very last round we played, or this last map on our defense, there was on point 2 and 3, 2 different situations where I got dove by the Genji and like Diva. I think at one point the Winston followed. Is there like a better position I could have been in those situations
Yes.
to have like
Spawn.
avoided?
You should have been spawn. You should have swapped the brig. That's
All
your
right.
answer. We had a brig on first point, which made your life a little bit better. You could play a little bit further back on first point. That makes sense for Zen. The minute we swapped off the brig, now we're trying to recontest into second point with a Zen. Good freaking luck on Zen. Sorry. You either just right click and headshot and kill someone, and then you're still gonna die because the other one's not dead. No, I don't like any of that. Go on brig. We're gonna have fights on the point. I'd much rather you be alive. And we have an Ana already for the heals. The Ana is nice for the tanks in general, but we need you to survive. And brig had a lot more viability against their composition unless they swap compositions. That makes sense? It was not anything that was your positioning problem. It was mostly because you were on a Zen against their dive with absolutely zero peel.
Right. Does the same thing hold for third point? Just should
Yes,
have
to a
been
large
more-
extent. The only way that you would be able to get more value on the Zen there is if you could somehow put enough pressure on them to where they can't dive you freely. If you win a fight, that's possible, but we never won them. The other way, you have to play very far back, extremely far back. Probably give up that first corner to an extent, and even then, that's not, you're giving up free space, and I don't like that to a large extent. So, brig is what I like a lot in general for that. If in other situations, you can also play Lucio. You can add some speed, play more aggressive in that situation. You can provide some support for your Ana, but Zen is only going to be good there is if you can create the space to be able to be safe from their dive, or we have peel for you, and we didn't have the latter.
All right.
Any other questions?
Nope. No.
I think we talked about this before, but I think you guys are I don't know, we talked about being blind, tunnel vision, focusing on one target when there's more opportunities out there. Because lots of times you guys went after a target, but there were 2 targets separated completely off by themselves. I saw a little bit of that. Because there were 2 in server room and they were on high ground. I think.
Yep.
You guys could have dove you could have got the supports, or at least sat up and forced because Thomas was playing Widow, so Thomas, when they jumped out in blue box, that was your opportunity to set up for Thomas. Thomas could have went blue box, and they were all open out because if you guys would have went server room, they probably would have ran out of the server room because their tanks were there. That sets up way more opportunity.
They were very vulnerable to Widowmaker if you positioned yourself well, Thomas. And you need to recognize.
Yeah, I had a lot of times where I was like, can I stand on that? And I went up on that water thing and I was like, oh, okay. But then they all bundled inside. I should have probably told the team hey, go up there and push them out so I could shoot them.
And that's part of the reason of taking fights into the open, because the Widowmaker, I talked a little bit about that. But don't forget, you can go onto an angle on the left side.
Yeah, I only did that once.
To server, and then how'd that go?
Huh? Probably a lot better.
Yeah.
Shifty talked about it a little bit, but Ana nades. I don't know who's playing Ana, but they landed a 3-man nade. Call that out. It's the Sam and everybody would go into it. Because there was a 3-man nade, and they even dove with purple. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because that was a really good nade, though. That was awesome. But we didn't follow up on it, so you guys got dove, died.
Basically, we need to work on our triggers for our engagements on every comp we have. Why we engage is not consistent. We're missing out on opportunities, and how quickly we react to it, and how hard we react to it, is not sufficient. We react slow and we react soft, and that's not good enough. We need to be hard and we need to be fast. You fix that, and I'll even forgive our lack of communication with ults, because I'll tell you right now, that's something else we can work on, but that's not our biggest problem. Nando, though, probably pulled out his hair.
Oh my god. Cannot believe what I did.
The awkward silence during that time was a little. Yeesh.
We have a lot of awkward silence in the middle of fights when ultimates are going off.
Well, yeah,
And-
well, that time it wasn't even when Nando had to break his spectator silence. And
Yes.
that wasn't even during a fight. It was just like waiting for a fight, and I was like, I didn't know if it was my place to say it, but then Nando did, so I was like, all right.
It's always your place to say it.
You
Well, I
need to, as a spectator thing, but
Yeah, yeah.
if you are going to between every fight, you need to have a plan of how you're going to win that fight. And you're going to be using information on A, ultimate situation, B, compositional disadvantages and advantages, C, positional requirements, and how are we going to utilize that, and D, how are we going to force them to react in the way that we want them to react. People are predictable. They're going to react in predictable ways if you do things, and you can use that to your advantage. And we have never done that. But don't feel too bad about that. The vast majority of teams don't. But it doesn't mean you can't harness that. If we engage here and take over this area, they're going to do this. If they're going to do this, they're going to be open to, something else, and then let's do something about that. So if we take A, they'll do B, and when they do B, they'll be vulnerable to C. So then we'll be ready to do C with no hesitation, as opposed to doing it and then these windows opening and closing at seemingly random. Any other questions?
When I was practically having a seizure with Ana on first point Volskaya on defense, you talked about the whole I had a lot of opportunities for nades, and I saw that afterwards. But during the moment, I just saw a lot of health signs. And is there who should I prioritize healing? I guess if 4 people need healing.
Good question.
And they're split out between different areas.
First of all, they shouldn't be taking that much damage from a GOATS composition. They have a Zen, yes, but that's about the extent of their supports are literally their spam. So that's one thing. So one, they shouldn't be looking. Our tanks in particular need to stop getting hit. If you're not looking to jump on them, then stop getting pummeled. Okay, you should not be going down to critical against GOATs if you're not looking to engage. Because why else would you be there? Are you Teslaing them from 20 meters away? No, you're not. Are you going to be, breaking the Rhine shield with D.Va all that much? Probably not. So don't take too much damage tanks. Genji, you can poke. So poke as you like. You want to make sure you build up that ult. I perfectly understand that. Maybe you get someone low. Maybe you can get a free kill. But your primary purpose isn't even to keep anybody up. It's to make sure you land a good grenade there. You should even be positioning yourself to make sure you land a grenade more so, and also being as secondary being able to heal your team. That makes sense? So basically, our team took too much poke. It wasn't your fault in there. It didn't answer your question, but that's the main reason why we had an issue with there. But if you do have to choose someone to keep alive, I would much rather you keep alive when it's going to be our win conditions still installed out. So try to something that's not going to die. So something that if the Genji doesn't have dash, keep him up. If our Winston and for tanks don't have cooldowns to get away, keep them up. Keep track of what their cooldowns are going to be. If they're hiding and they're safe, you can leave them below. If they're in trouble and they don't have cooldowns, keep them up. It's just an in the moment sort of thing. That makes sense?
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
You busy there, Sam?
My mic be
It's the notes. I'm typing on these
yeah, I can tell.
He types on a typewriter. It's all good.
notes. Just, my mic actually picks this up this time.
Alright, anything else?
Guess we're good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you, coach.
Overall,
Yeah,
no
thanks.
problem. Overall, pretty good scrim. I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck.
All right.
Good.
Deep night.
Eat.
Night.
Good night.
All right. Do we have to talk about anything?